So that is effectively how we actually build a form. What's this? Let's delete that. That shouldn't be there. But that's effectively how we build a form. We sort of like bring in all of our input types. We always must extend this client form builder and the client form builder interface, which allows us to use this create method and then return it back to our controller template. So I'm going to actually look in the source, and you're going to see what sort of code this is being, or what sort of markup is being generated. So view page source, and this is the markup right here. You see we got the form wrapping tag and the closing tag is down here. Where are you? Right over here. And you can also see that we're generating some CSRF token. That is something I've also built in to the form builder, and we can disable this if we don't want it, but it's there. It automatically get inputted or automatically get injected in to every form that we build. Again, we can disable it on a form by form basis, but again, we're going to put it in because it adds another layer of security for our forms that we're going to be allowing the outside world to be to use to put stuff in and to log in. So this is the HTML that is being generated via our create form method within our form builder. You can see we've got this UK margin, which is what we've defined down here, and these are being wrapped around all of our elements. So we got UK form, we got UK margin that's being wrapped around our email, again around our password, and etc, etc. Now we can change this class to whatever we want, or we could leave it off completely. Other bits that we're seeing, you can see we've got patterns for both email and password, and we can also disable this if we don't want it. So I can demonstrate on the password type. I can say pattern, set that to false, and that will just disable that completely. You see, it's completely gone. So again, we can use it if we want, or we could omit it if we want as well. I'm going to be using it, so I'm going to leave it as it was. It's going to automatically, by default, it shows up by default. If we don't want it, we have to go in and disable it on the input type, right? So you can see all the stuff that we've put in, all the name attributes is what we've got in our name attribute, or ID attribute, etc. Right? So the one thing that we're not seeing is our action, where our form is being pointed to. And within this class, we need to pass in an argument within this form, and this form takes an array. As you can see, the first argument is an array of form attributes. So let's declare that, and the one that we want to get is the action attribute. So action, and we're going to pass that argument in just like that. That's coming from the create method, because in our security controller we've passed in that route for the action attribute. So if we reload this page, you're going to see that we've now got that action attribute with the route that is going to it to process this login form. But close that, reload. Let's actually test this out. Let's see what it does. So if we go to our login action, we can actually put a little script in that says die. So you have it this route, right? Reload, hit that login button or that submit button. What happened? We're now hitting that login action route, so we know it works, right? So in the next video, we're going to be implementing the code behind this login action, which is going to actually log us into our database and start a session for us. So stay tuned, because that video is coming up next.